Hey, so I'm going to try and do a quick video to show you some of the techniques that I use whenever I'm trying to take selfies when my hands are having really bad tremors. So I actually have a Moto X4, which is a pretty small phone, which matters. If you have smaller hands and you have a bigger phone, it will make it way harder for you to take selfies with it. So unfortunately, something to keep in mind while you're phone shopping. And unfortunately, there's not always the best luck with finding ones that work well. Still, I have just a regular cam on here. There's a front-facing camera, you can see. And some of them have image stabilization, which I do use if they have it. If they don't have it, you'll almost always experience some blur without really steady hands. So if I'm taking my selfie like this, if I go ahead to take it with my front-facing camera like this, I'll hold it like this. And so whenever you try and hold it at the back of your hand so that it's resting on your forefinger, that does help stabilize it. But whenever you take away your other hand, it actually strains your hand to hold it that way. So what I often do is actually nest it in my thumb right here in the crook there. And that way it can lean forward onto my thumb for stabilization instead. And I can take a picture. Another thing that I do whenever I'm trying to take pictures is I'll do one-handed ones with the tilt like that, but you often have to like rest your hand real quick. And then I'll do ones where I use both hands but tilt it so you can only see part of me. So it makes it look like I'm using one hand. And those are just some ways that I try and do it just for basic selfies. There's some more complicated things, like you can lean your elbow on something and pose so that you get a better shot. Or you can lean forward and tilt it so it looks like you're just like sitting casually, but it's actually like you're balancing it against something. So you can hide it really easily. And I actually try and switch hands, which can help. Even if you only do it for a couple of shots, it'll give each hand a break. Because we all have like a dominant hand, but especially one for when we use our phone. So I actually, for this one here, I I have a tendency to bump the buttons whenever I switch hands. So I actually drop it down lower in my hand a lot of the time. And I'll pose and then sneak my other hand up like this to hit the button. So those are just a couple of things that I do. I don't know if you'll find them useful, and I apologize if this was a really rambly video, but I don't have time to edit right now. So I hope that you enjoy it and that it's useful. Thanks.